The veil has been lifted over the Voice's first Gaia world. The Sol system is on the verge of being explored, and destroyer-class hive vessels are on the way. Well, as soon as we wipe out the subterranean civilization we just found. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Federations in our Symphony of the Stars series. This is the Veil. We have a colony ship already being constructed at the Trappist station, which is right around the corner from it. In fact, it's a little bit closer. The game automatically is building the colony ship just at a more reasonable location, which I love. We've already got these stations built, and they've been helping not only with ship production so far, but also with energy production. But before I do anything this episode, one thing I definitely want to do. Let's see, which one has the subterranean? Which one of you? All right, so it's here. Yeah, it's at the Zayn Obtainment, which is what I thought. For whatever reason, it's not showing here. It might be a blocker. Yeah. Teeming farming caverns. Yeah, teeming generator areas, teeming mining sites. Okay, so one thing I'm going to take care of. How close are we here? Let's take a look at the project status. We've got 72 months. Good. The last couple of times I've done this event in my offline play, I've just gotten lucky. But on the off chance that I don't get lucky this time, I'm going to go ahead and train up some armies on Zayn Obtainment. It's going to take not that long at all. I mean, it takes 90 days per training. So those will definitely be trained up by the time the event finishes. And there is a chance. Somebody reminded me in the comment section, and I really appreciate this because I had to think about it for a minute because it hasn't happened to me in a while. I've gotten lucky, and it's just not something I've thought about. But there is a chance that the preemptive strike does not go well. And I would prefer not to have to deal with that. As interesting a narrative development as that would be, as soon as I was reminded of that, I was like, oh yeah, maybe let's not have them randomly take over a colony right when we're getting our momentum up after all of these energy situations. So we're going to handle that as we begin. Also, I don't have enough influence to bring in a new system just yet. Oh, hey, we found another precursor civilization. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Galurum 3 in the Galurum system, right here. So they are presently in what could be considered a late medieval age, with a firm grasp of metallurgy and a feudal society. The printing press is accelerating the spread of knowledge. Nice. So they're pretty close. We found our second... Not bad at all. Less than 3 minutes in the episode, we found our second primitive civilization for the series. We'll be building an observation post there before long. But as I was just saying, we don't quite have enough influence to get another outpost built yet, but we did just finish the one in Lastus, so I'm going to go ahead and give the order to build one over that star. And are there any other places where it would make sense to... Yeah. I don't have the next level of starbases yet. Once I do, I will be able to build some more solar panels and shipyards for that matter, and I'll do that. What you're going to see over the coming episodes is I'm going to try to kind of expand somewhat exponentially across the galaxy. We're going to have to start new sectors before too long. Nice. Lingal has a bunch of energy credits. That's nice to see. But yeah, you're going to see me kind of expand out exponentially a little bit. Glowing webs of an unknown origin periodically illuminate the surface of Galurum 6. Research that for me, please. Yeah, go back and look at that. I want to know what's going on there. All right, looks like our colony ship is on the way there. And then where are you going? Automatic exploration. You're checking out Galurum 6. Since we have already looked at... Where was that? Where's Fenhabanis? Yes, Fenhabanis is right there. We are on the way to check that out as well. We got a science ship traveling in that direction. Life Electric Science Officer Motile Organ 21 reports that Galurum 6 is covered from pole to pole in a web-like network of electrical filaments. These networks respond to external stimuli. The Searcher Unit 2 experimented with sending a low-voltage pulse to the surface, which resulted in a wave of illumination that rippled through the network like a circuit board. Even more remarkably, the webs rearranged themselves. A second low-voltage pulse revealed that the filaments had been organized into a new pattern, centered around where the previous pulse had contacted the surface of Galurum 6. Motal Organ 21 concludes that this discovery confirms her long-held theory that life can exist as almost purely electrical impulses independent of cellular or viral structure. Fascinating. Yeah, that's going to be huge when we finish investigating the first world home system, Venhabanis. Should give us a considerable amount of help in a number of areas. I had forgotten about that as I sat down to record this episode. I'm kind of excited. So lots of cool things happening at once. Not only do we have the Gaia planet right around the corner, not only are we soon going to be able to explore Sol. All right, we've arrived at Venhabanis. There is a 25-slot relic world in Venhabanis, one jump away from our Gaia world. Holy crap, that might need to be the new sector capital right there. Although I think it makes more sense for it to be the Veil. Sector placement right now is still based on the number of jumps.
We have claimed a new nest.
So I think it's 4 right now. So if I were to place it in Targon, then every system within 4 jumps would become part of that sector. See, I don't know, though. See, now I'm thinking about it, and it's like, I mean, technically, this sector, the Nalzaroth sector, already contains everything that we've colonized so far because, hang on, let's look at this. There are 2 exceptions. Attainment Fear in the Trappist system. So yeah, this planet and this planet will be part of a separate sector. So what we can do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But that would then, if I were to, maybe I do need to let the First League headquarters be the new sector capital, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps, but it wouldn't take Ebenar out of the core sector, and I like that idea. So I might have just changed my mind. Makes a lot of sense. The First League headquarters. The Venhabanis 3 was the administrative center of the First League throughout most of its existence and served as the seat of their Grand Senate. Great Senate. The planet was densely populated with a planet-wide city covering most of the surface. Food had to be imported from other member worlds to support the untold billions living in this enormous metropolis. When the League collapsed, these food shipments ceased virtually overnight. Those with the means departed for other worlds, but most of the population remained behind. Mass starvation and anarchy followed as the planet was carved up between warlords and criminal organizations. The population continued to dwindle for a few centuries until the planet had been reduced to little more than a lifeless ghost world. A final epitaph of the First League. Fascinating. So we gained 9999 unity. Yeah, we might get a couple of traditions out of that. That's pretty nice. We're also going to gain some society research, 150 influence, and the minor artifact action Secrets of the First League. Sweet. All right, so there's our new tradition. We have, of course, finished 2 full trees. So we finished Discovery and Expansion. Probably the next one to go for would be one that increases mining station output, because Prosperity would help with my energy situation. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And we did gain, sweet, we got 2 traditions at once. So let's zoom out from the relic world a little bit, because that is a little bit loud in my ears. Building upkeep and district upkeep reduced by 10%, or a building and district cost reduction and build speed increase. Let's just go straight for the things that will help us. And in about 10 days, we should see a fairly significant impact from that. We also, wow, 10 energy here as well, just from being able to mine that. Yep, there we go. Our energy shortage is gone and will hopefully continue to go away. All right, so we definitely need to get that built. And then I want you to go to Venhabanis next. All right, we have one more research alternative now for the rest of the game. Not bad. All right, so it looks like, was that Venhabanis? No, that was Debix. Oh, nice. So Debix also will be a decent place to gather energy. So yeah, energy shortage hopefully is a thing of the past at this point. Chemical plants, maybe a good idea. I'm going to research the blue laser just because it unlocks additional technologies in the future, and because we may have to deal with the space amoebas that were hostile in this area previously. They seem to have moved on. Impressive structures. Littered Debex 3 surface practically begging for some archaeological work. Research that. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Lastus system. These strange objects have been flagged as Zeta aliens until we can learn more about them. So they're here. Let's go ahead and give that order. Still lots happening.
We flee the hostile swarm.
All right, space amoebas are still here. Good to know. All right, you're investigating that anomaly. Are you building that mining station? Yes, you are.
We have surveyed the system.
All right, Fenhabonis has been surveyed. Let's go ahead and build a starbase there. We had the influence to just continue, so I kind of just want to do that. Let's see where else I can move. Lingol definitely needs to be incorporated, and I want to move towards the Gulurum system. Etic Monolithic. Debex 3 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical, it must surely be fictional. Surely, image them for the archives. Because we're a hive mind, we can't say, they are beautiful, like you can in so many other civilizations in the game. Yeah, we're definitely going to set Fenhabonis as the new sector capital. It just makes more sense, because I want to leave as many worlds here in the core territory. Okay, crystalline entities. The ship-size crystals may at first appear inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. All right, so I can choose another tradition here. We already have another choice. Monthly energy credits increased by 5%. Complex drone output increased by 5%. So complex drone output, that would be our second stage resources. Not food, minerals, energy, minerals, or food, but consumer goods, alloys, volatile motes, etc. Yeah, I think I just want to stick with the things that will give us additional monthly energy so that we no longer have that to worry about. Let's go ahead and select that. Now I do want to go ahead and queue up the crystalline study. It's going to take 22 months. Our research is starting to speed up. It'll get faster and faster the more that we incorporate here. I think it's time, though, to go ahead and build some additional construction ships, because I'm starting to get the sense that I can do more at once at present. So we're going to get that underway. Tell you what, you build one here too. Get it done a little bit faster. We could technically do the same with science ships, but because I'm recording for YouTube, I'm going to keep it just to 3 for now. I might build a 4th, but when you have science ships, especially on speed 2 or 3, when you have science ships going out finding a bunch of stuff, especially in a galaxy that's devoid of other civilizations, at least in the beginning, there are just a lot of pop-ups. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this moon. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. 46 days research time. Definitely research that, please. Okay, so we do have some other mining opportunities near here. All right, Fenhabonis. What's going on? Oh, evidently I gave the wrong... That's annoying. I didn't mean to do that. Or maybe I did, but I've got a construction ship already there, so you just build that starbase there. Perfect. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Fatus 5A. The massive... Okay, so it's this one right here. That's a little bit more than an asteroid, though, I have to say. Cool binary system here. The Fatus system. right out near Golorum. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Interesting. All right, still surveying the Fotis system. Then Habanis construction underway here. Now, we won't actually get destroyers until the preemptive strike is done, and the preemptive strike will not be done for another 22 months or so. The Veil colony is well underway. It's nice to see. We have plenty of influence, so I need to continue to expand wherever possible here. Let me go ahead and add the...
Our construction is
let's add
complete.
Zappa next. Do we have anyone queued up to build that? Yes, we do. What about Eartheus? Yep, we do there too. What about Algia? You know what? Come to Dram. Let's get expanding out that direction. Plus, there's some society research. Now that the energy is no longer an issue, we do have to keep an eye on food, but I can finally start building these science stations, which will help us, as I mentioned, kind of grow exponentially. Speaking of growth, looks like we have some options here. I think hydroponic farms might be a good idea here. We have spawning pools built. I do need synaptic nodes. Also, I mean, I'm not short on alloys at the moment, so I don't want to do more alloy foundries. Also, research labs wouldn't be the worst idea to speed up research a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Spawning pools on the Zayan Obtainment. Planet's starting to do better and better. Yeah, I may build a fourth science ship, but I will likely cap it at that. Just to keep things sane in terms of the number of anomalies and story events that we have in like a given 5 or 10 minute period. I want to keep things relaxed. This is supposed to be a laid-back, enjoyable series. Don't want to have it be too chaotic. An ancient orbital shipyard drifts in silence above this world. It has suffered significant battle damage, and entire sections of the facility are missing. This is still in the Fotis. Fotis? Fotis? We're going to just say Fotis. It's in the Fotis system. Are you where you're supposed to be? Yes, you are. Good. All right, so that and unemployment will go away as soon as the research labs are done building on the Dalit appropriation. Scientist Motile Organ 1 has leveled up. Nice. Yeah, I hate that he has that traumatized trait. It's a shame. The next couple of times I have opportunities to build districts, I'm probably going to go exclusively on food for a bit. Automated shipyard. While conducting their survey of Fotis 4, the searcher unit detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science Officer Motile Organ 74 is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project.
Our situation log is
You need a
updated.
construction ship, right? Yes, I do. So... closest construction ship is here. Why don't you come do that first?
Technology conceived.
What's this? Good. Monthly influence +1. That'll help us expand a little bit faster as well. Now, there is a blocker we haven't researched yet. Also, ground defense planning. Let's go ahead and do that in the off chance it helps us. Well, it's going to take 31 months, so it's probably not going to... It's definitely not going to help us with the subterranean
We have
civilization.
surveyed the system.
If that's done in 24 months. Unless we get a boost to our society research, which is possible, but not likely. Where is the ship that was building the Fen? What's going on? What the actual hell is going on? Were you the one that was going to come to build the one in Fen Habanis? Alright, you're here. You're here. Alright. I don't know where the construction ship went Maybe I gave an order. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to the construction ship I was clicking. I thought I had an idle one selected, but okay, you... Wait. No, the starbase has been built. Why is it not showing... Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, I should have been tipped off by the fact that the planetary icon here is entirely green, so we can definitely order a colony. We don't have the food to do it, but that's easily fixed. Yeah, let's build... What are we going to call it, though? Maybe we can just go through the random names until one pops up that's particularly the mem increment. Until one pops up that just sounds cool. I don't know. The Yod expansion. Let's just go with Addition Thet. That's the opposite of what I was just thinking about. That's like a very mundane name. But the world doesn't need an extraordinary name. It's extraordinary all on its own.
A new nest is born.
Nice. So the Veil has been established as a colony.
Our construction is complete.
Food shortage has gone away. Is that because of the Veil?
Our special project is complete.
It really can't be. There we go. All right, now it's showing a food shortage again. I wonder why that's going back and forth. The crystalline entities, the name itself a compromise between rival factions of xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Nalzaroth, are probably alive. An earlier and perhaps more descriptive name for them was silicate animate matter, as they have little in common with biological life. They are solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen with more than a sentinel and a smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entities' social hierarchical relationships are lost on us. The entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognizably older or younger than others. Contrary to an early hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seem to be related not to their age, but to their latent internal charge, which can be violently unleashed, and it appears as if, though sporadic fluctuations in this charge alter the refractive properties of the crystal. Sounds potentially useful. What are the military applications? So we can get crystal-infused plating, or we can get more energy credits from jobs. We can continue to reinforce our energy production. Let's go ahead and say energy credits from jobs. We're not in a super competitive playthrough, so let's not play as though we are. Let's get those stations built. A little bit of research help there. Not the worst thing in the world. Where is the construction ship that... Yeah. Tell you what. Let's just get another construction ship built. Because I got thrown off by the fact that my borders don't currently encompass Fenhabanis. But it is one of my systems, so I can build in it. And we are out of food. That was fast. But we're no longer out of energy, which is nice. So we'll have to fix the food situation now. Wobble wobble. It'll get better. Aha! Nice. Pliff Plaff civilization has been encountered in the Teal system. They currently seem to be experiencing the equivalent of a Renaissance, having recently left the medieval age behind them. So we found a medieval and now a Renaissance civilization. Scientific knowledge is spreading rapidly, and the armies of their petty kingdoms are equipped with crude, gunpowder-based projectile weapons. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. So this is down here, not too far. All right, good. Starting to encounter some primitives at a fairly high rate, which is what I wanted for this series. This is working out pretty dang well so far. All right, so you know what? You build a construction ship. I don't want to wait. Colony ships take so much longer. Obtainment fear. Build spawning pools. More pop growth speed.
Our construction is complete.
Okay, so you're done here. Go ahead and add the Pathaban vortex. Let's lock down that
We
corner.
have surveyed the system.
Because the next jump leads into another arm of the galaxy. So that has a little bit more appeal to me. Influence is a little bit easier to come by at this point, which is nice. All right, so that construction ship has been built. Let's get you out to Habanis, build the mining stations and the research stations. Have you? A defective platform of alien design is drifting aimlessly around a star. Perhaps closer study should reveal it, or could reveal its purpose. All right. This is in the Lothandra system. Let's figure out what it is. How close are we to the preemptive strike? 7 months? We're going to let this go by. Before the end of this episode. It's the sensible thing to do. Let's definitely build those. I think I am going to build one more science ship so that I can have a ship out in this direction. Just one more. Just one more. We have just enough energy to hire a scientist for it as well, so. Lots of exploration going on out here. Thermal-driven outflow. Closer inspection of the platform. I don't know if I've seen this event before. Orbiting Lothandra has revealed that it is a complex, somewhat erratic, or it is of a complex, somewhat erratic alien design. The waterproofed machinery and advanced climate control suggest it was built for a life form that secreted a rich amount of fluids, very likely of the molluscoid variety. Before falling into disrepair, microwave beams were used to heat regions of the star's atmosphere, provoking large sustained eruptions that increased the solar wind outflow significantly. The energy was then harvested with an orbital mine. The platform is designed around some highly experimental concepts. So we could repair the platform. We could weaponize the beams. See, now I'm curious. What happens if we weaponize the beams? I don't recall this ever being a thing. Let's go ahead and research this. I've never run into this event before. So I want to weaponize it just so I can find out what happens. All right, preemptive strike is finishing in 4 months. Let me make sure. I know you guys are in orbit right now. Let me land you guys. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think that would actually do anything. Oh, no, there we go. They did land. So those armies are now on planet's surface. All right, the dollar appropriation. You need some additional love here. I'm going to go ahead and build an agriculture district to provide that housing, not because there are pops to work it, but because as soon as the pops are there, we will automatically see a decrease in our food situation. Molluscoid microwave beams. Oh, nice. So this just gives us progress on the tech we're already researching. It did not take the crew of the searcher unit long to conclude that the design of the star platform was, in Science Officer Motel Organ 74's own words, the work of madmen. The microwave beams were crude, miscalibrated, and would have needed much refinement before they would work as intended. However, they soon proved to make excellent weapons. Excellent. So, yeah, we're 2 months away from the preemptive strike. We'll see how this goes. That'll come in handy for sure. On the Zayan obtainment. Alright, I think it's going to happen at the end of this month. Yep, right at the end of the month and year.
Our special project is complete.
Our efforts to destroy the subterranean aliens on Zayan obtainment have met with success. We managed to collapse several of their tunnels on top of the workers, and the caverns that house their cities have been flooded with nerve gas. Dang. Casualty projections are close to 100%, and our security forces are confident they will be able to deal with any surviving stragglers. Compliments to all service branches involved. That's so brutal. All right. Good Lord. Well, on that cheerful note, tell you what, I am going to build a hydroponics farm here. Not because I want to. I would rather have another building first, but we're going to do that instead. All right, blue laser, more powerful than red lasers, these blue variants. Yeah, so we finished that project too. Let's pick something for our next tech. Moat harvesting traps are probably the way to go, given that we do have some moats we can harvest out in the galaxy. And I'll go ahead and stop this episode here. And the next one, we are likely to be able to finish our destroyer tech. That's just 35 months away. We're moving at a pretty decent speed right now. And then we can build some destroyers and finally check this area out. Habanis will soon be added to our territory as well. The colony ship, I think, is on the way. Yes, it is. So it'll be at Xeris in 6 days. So it's right around the corner. And that relic world will be an awesome new addition to our territory. I've also given the order to upgrade the function throng. So we still are not quite strong enough to head down and confront these space amoebas yet, but we're getting there. We'll be there really soon, especially once we have a destroyer or two in the mix. in the midst of our forces. Both of those phrases. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.